Hello and welcome to this brand new episode of What's Past This Podcast. My name is Steve.
I'm James.
I'm Damian.
And I'm Robert. And on today's episode, we are talking about a recent production called Ladies Down Under by Amanda Whittington. We are also going to be talking about any future plans that we have.
And if that's your thing and you're watching on YouTube, why not like, comment and subscribe?
And if you're listening to us on any other platforms, please hit that follow button. See, Rob, we're prepared here.
Fuck, 12 minutes in.
Okay, well, all right. Well, when you guys do the intro part, we'll see how you guys do.
Significantly better.
I'll just leave the call.
Now we are podcast episode done.
Okay.
We'll just cut bits and pieces from all our previous podcasts and make you say something out of it. It's fine.
Yeah, we'll just run it into like an AI.
Don't turn it into an AI.
Auto-generate.
I mean, you guys, I can definitely use you guys as voices as a model. I can't use McCann and Steve's recording unless I can separate the voices.
Oh.
So technically, I could actually replace one of you two.
Use like ChatGPT to write a script and then
feed it into another AI. I think it's called Whisper, the AI, actually.
Well, there we go. We know what to do next time one of you's not available and we need to do an episode.
Well, that's kind of what all the actors strike's all about, isn't it?
Actually, I just thought now as well. We've definitely got enough training data from, like, for example, Santa at the Station, your other videos. Can get LV here if I wanted to. Seren. I forgot who else we probably have done. Maybe it's just that.
Me.
Jacob.
Oh, yeah, you. But we already got you.
Hi.
There's two different Roberts in the podcast now.
Yeah.
Thinking on the subject of AI, I've used that Adobe audio correction AI the other day. My mum, who works in an archive, sent me like an old recording that they just had digitized, and it was like really horrible quality. And she said, "Is there anything you can do to this?" So I did some noise reduction, and then I ran it through that AI, and it's unbelievable, like the difference in quality between the two things. It's like, I knew it was like powerful, but I was pretty amazed.
We've experimented with that as well, haven't we? For the rep to have Brian's announcement.
Oh, yes.
Because the original audio sounds terrible, really. The original recording sounds terrible just because of the background noise.
Got you.
And the reverb as well. Fed through that AI, it just sounds crisp.
Yeah, it did sound good. I'm guessing you did the same with Sandra's as well.
Oh yeah, but kind of had to. But I had to. I kind of had to increase the gain on every time she has the t and s sound. It's quite silent, so AI doesn't quite pick it up.
Oh, okay.
So I had to increase the gain on it on those certain parts.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it's not perfect. Like with this one that I did the other day, there were basically the people being interviewed were clearly sat several feet away from the microphone, so it was really kind of, it kind of sounded like this. Really kind of quiet and distant. But it made it sound all very up close, but also some of the words got lost, and it just kind of filled it in with this kind of incomprehensible kind of garbled speech sound, which was interesting. But that one with Brian for the announcements at the start of the show, it's like I did a kind of version of that like a few years ago where I made it sound better, but then this now using the AI a few years later sounds just like, yes, incredible.
For that recent show we've done, I remembered having to ask you a few times, can you help me edit this sound so it sounds like a tannoy? And then I realised that the last, like a couple of days before the show, that there's a certain line missing out of the script.
Yeah.
So I ended up having to re-record that again, So I've decided I'm going to feed both the original long audio we've taken and the new audio through this AI. The sound is slightly different. All I needed to do was slap a bit of EQ on one or the other, and it sounded pretty good. So
I think it's designed to. Sorry.
It can. I was going to say it can be used if you have different mics, but you'd still need to add a tiny bit of EQ so it's still consistent. But yeah.
Yeah, and I found that what you were saying before about the it cutting off some of the starts of words to like boost some of the syllables and stuff like that. But I think it's designed so that it makes everything, because it's designed for podcasters now. I think it's designed to filter things to make them all sound very sort of identical. So it's quite useful for that.
So I assume this updated version is going to be used for future plays and stuff now.
Oh yeah, the future version. Yeah, I'm going to use James's one he sent me a while back. I completely forgot he sent it to me, and I used the one I made for the show instead. Listen to one James has sent, and it sounds better, so I'm going to use that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think it's like I did a bit more to it after I ran it through the AI, so it's like there's, like it makes it a lot better, but it also still requires that extra step to like tweak things a little bit. But yeah, I think that technology side is just gonna get better. Like probably a year from now, it'll be like way better than it is now.
Oh yeah. Anyway, what's your other subject you wanted to talk about, James? You had two.
Oh yes.
I just before we started recording, I just had an anecdote I wanted to share that's not really related to anything, but so I'm in, as I've mentioned previously, I'm in a band, and we had, so our singer is Brazilian, and he had a friend come over who's also a musician from Brazil for just over a month, and he left last week. We played a gig in London last Saturday, and then he went from Heathrow on Sunday. But his partner is about 20 years older than him, and she's the mother of his friend.
Oh. Okay.
And his friend is 5 years older than him.
Right.
So, but when him and this guy's mum got together, the son kind of had this conversation like, look, mate, what are you doing? You're dating my mum, sort of thing. And he was like, first of all, you call me stepdad from now on. And second of all, you're grounded. Oh yeah, and also when this guy, Raphael, when he arrived, his English isn't very good, and we kind of basically just taught him swear words. And so he wrote this song. I think he spoke a bit of the Devil's Lettuce, and he wrote this little wrote and recorded this little song called Motherfucker Tonight. It's really entertaining. He put like really horrible like auto tune on it, and it's like, oh motherfucker tonight, and it's yeah, he had to be there. But I said he should send it to his friend but change it to "I'll f*** your mother tonight."
Don't worry, listeners. We'll auto-tune James when that's singing bit. Don't worry. Actually, no, we won't. We'll let it sound.
Anyway, you guys have just done a play.
Yes, we have. By you guys, he means me and Damian.
Yeah, I skipped this one.
Yes, you did, Rob.
Oh, fair enough.
How bloody dare you?
Sorry.
What was the last one you were in, Rob?
Roy Brown.
Roy Brown one, yeah.
The play we shan't talk about.
but we've talked about it anyway.
Yeah, twice now.
I wasn't that long ago. You've done like 2 in quite quick succession.
Yeah.
Which is good.
This one, I harked back to the Anvil days. And by that, I mean I played 3 characters.
Oh, right. I didn't know that.
Tell us about your characters, Steve.
Well, first, let me explain why I play 3 characters. In the script itself, it's got 4 women and 2 males. And between the 2 males, there's supposed to be 9 characters, according to the script. In fact, we split it through a few people. I ended up with 3. So the first one I played was an air steward called, what was his name? Oh, just
Bill.
air steward. Bill, that's it.
No, Ben.
No, Ben. That's it, I was Ben. Yeah.
The flower pot man.
I forgot who I played. And yeah, I played Ben, one of the air stewards. And then that was only one scene. And then there was another scene a couple of scenes later where I played Shane, an Australian surfer? An Australian surfer dude. That was fun. I got a wolf whistle on the first night I stepped out with the surfboard and then me shorts and vest, which I wasn't expecting.
Reminds me of someone else here who got wolf whistled on stage.
We'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, and then the third one I played was Danny. Basically a bit of a Crocodile Dundee type, if you like. And he was in it then from sort of the last couple of scenes of Act 1 and a couple of scenes in Act 2. Yeah, then I was just Danny for the rest of the play, basically. It was quite fun. I had to have an Australian accent. Anyway, Damien, who did you play in the show?
Who did I play in the show? Well, I wasn't initially supposed to be part of the show.
No, you weren't.
You got dragged into it.
Yeah, I got dragged into it.
Like literally.
Oh, yeah. Like I mentioned the last podcast episode, Andy had to pull out due to illness. Mm-hmm. So I ended up taking the role of, what was it again, Steve? Remind me.
I've forgotten. Koala Bear.
Koala Bear. Yeah, that's Bear. Yeah. That's Bear. Bare.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just a typical drag queen role, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, you posted photos on the group chat. It was scary.
Oh, yes. And you'll see those pictures here.
I was just going to say, if you're lucky, you're going to see the pictures, but Damien's already said it. The other person who played the drag queen with Damien, or opposite Damien, James is quite creepy. There was just head creeping every now and again. So, sorry. You can't see the video, luckily for you. The other person playing the other drag queen, Bondi Bitch, was Mike Gould.
I like to think that Mike's character looks like Lurch from Addams Family. Like, no one else sees it. Like, I've shown everyone a picture of Lurch and Mike's character, Bondi Bitch. No one else sees it, but I do. I think they look uncannily alike.
Well, comment down below what you think.
Yes.
Do you think, looking at the picture, it looks like Lurch, or do you think it looks like someone else? Let us know in the comments below. I don't know why I'm pointing, you can't see me.
No, but I think it looks scary. I mean, you both do, really.
Oh, Bondi Bitch and Koala Bear, yeah. That one picture that you also see here, I suppose. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that was before I shaved my my beard off, my chest hair. In fact, my whole front body hair, actually, all gone. My arm hair, my leg hair. Oh, not wax, just shave. This is all gone. My, no chest hair at all, no neck hair, no arm hair, no leg hair. It was weird. And it still itches to this day. Don't shave your chest hair. It will itch. You will feel like there's constantly a buzzing fly annoying you there. Mm-hmm. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. If a director asks, hey, can you shave? No. Don't. Not worth it.
Do you reckon it would have made a difference if it was a wax and not a shave?
No. I am not going through that pain of being waxed. Not after seeing my family every Christmas. Every Christmas and either some occasional birthdays, me and my family have kind of like a games night, and in like a pass the parcel thing, and in a few layers is punishments. Oh. Like if you unwrap a layer that has a punishment in it, for example, you have to wax your chest. No. That's happened to my foster dad twice, and my brother 3 times. Jake 3 times.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Is the armpit hair not worse?
Oh, it hurts.
Oh, you've had that one, have you?
Oh, not me. I watched my family in pain. It's funny to watch when you're there, but you still.
Probably not so funny when you have to do it, though.
Yeah.
I will say that about the play. I think the 4 ladies, who played the leads, I think they were well cast in the characters they played.
Were they in the prequel as well?
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
I think Beth wasn't, and neither was Lynn.
Oh, okay then.
I think it was just Caroline and Karen who were in the first one.
Playing the same characters?
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe so.
So, explain who was playing who then, Steve.
Yeah, Caroline Tattersall, she played Pearl. Lynn Cuffin, she played Linda. Beth, she played Shelley. And Karen, she played Jan. That's it. Yeah, I think they were pretty well cast in the roles they had. Myself. I don't know what you think, Damien.
Yeah, I reckon they're pretty well cast, yeah. We've also got Rebecca playing Bill.
Oh, yes.
Whilst you were Ben.
Yep.
Oh, my Snapchat's
a double act going in there as the air steward showing the safety procedure on the plane.
And we had Peter also there, didn't we?
Yes, Peter played Joe, Jan's boyfriend.
Yep.
Joe, yeah, that's it, Joe.
And that's it out of other people, isn't it? That's the whole cast.
Well, no, Jackie was there as well. She played the Tannoy, your favourite person.
Oh, yes,
and
Jackie playing the Tannoy.
A firewoman at the beginning. Oh, and Charlie as well, and an ageing hippie aristocrat type.
I mean, isn't Jackie already an ageing hippie?
I mean, it's the second time she's played that kind of character in succession, really.
You do get typecast, don't you?
Pardon?
You do get typecast, don't you? That's
well, I didn't play a policeman this time, so no.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Ah.
You do play a good comedy policeman, though, to be fair. I can see why. If you have a comedy policeman, then it's it's a missed opportunity not to cast you.
I'll take that as a compliment.
In our upcoming shows, we've actually done a poll of which show we're going to do. That poll on the Repertory group chat will end on the 12th of September, my birthday, and it's between a panto called the Panto Puzzle or Cinderella and the Velvet Slipper.
Yes,
and it looks like it's going to go to Velvet Slipper one.
Oh, yes. I've already made the logo for it and everything now, so I'm ready.
I mean, I haven't checked it recently, but it looks likely it's that one.
Yeah, it does look like it.
I feel so strongly that one's going to win. I've already made the logo and started making the poster. But yeah, in that show as well, we've only just been reading the scripts in the theatre. We haven't even finished reading that one yet in the harder, but... Yeah. But Steve's role, I would say, in that is typecast too.
What do you mean?
The Prince character, isn't it? Oh, the character you were reading out in...
Yeah, I was already reading that. That's not mean I'm going to be cast as that.
I mean, most likely going to be cast as it. It was kind of like a really pompous character.
Yeah. It was just a Prince Charming who just loves himself, basically.
Typecast?
No. It's not typecast.
Oh, little Stevie Weevy.
Shut up. Any questions any of you two want to ask about the play? The ladies down under. Pardon?
How did Ladies Down Under go?
I think it went well. We had good audiences, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any issues during rehearsals?
Wow, during rehearsals, during a tech rehearsal, no, not tech rehearsal, dress rehearsal, sorry. I put on the dress that I'm supposed to wear as Koala Bear.
Yeah.
And I sat down to get my makeup done.
Mm-hmm.
and there was a pin that Jan left in the dress, and it went straight into my leg, like full in, and it's I would say that's a couple of inches, yeah, Steve, like that.
Yeah.
Couple of inches long pin went straight into my leg.
Nice.
That was fun.
It's
So
one of those type of pins that holds things in place, you know,
yeah,
when you're sewing things.
so I ended up like. It was pretty much no harm done, really. Yeah. So I ended up teasing Jan afterwards. Jan, who made the costume.
Yeah, I was going to say, Jan who made the costume, not Jan, the character in the play. Different Jans.
Oh yeah, different Jan. So that's not half confusing.
It was all right for Lynne because he played Linda. It was called Lynne throughout.
Oh yeah, Lynne played Linda. I struggled to remember what character Lynne was playing for a while, and then it was like, Damon, just add a da to the end of my name, and you got it.
Yeah.
And the director of that play was also called Lynne, which ain't half confusing at all.
Yeah. Spelled differently though.
Yeah, it's spelled differently. Yeah.
And how was she as a director?
I enjoyed her directing.
She
To be
wasn't too bad
fair,
actually. Yeah, she wasn't too bad.
like she wanted a vision, and she was happy to take feedback.
Yeah.
But as far as the directing goes, it's her vision is pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she isn't afraid to speak up and say, "This is not quite right. Can you do it this way?"
Yeah.
That's good. That's
Quite,
good.
I quite enjoyed her directing.
Yeah, she was pretty good. She
Yeah.
was pretty good.
She
Yeah.
did what was it called? Revlon Girl
Yes.
a few years back.
Yes.
Oh, I
yeah.
enjoyed
That was very
watching
good.
that.
Yeah, I enjoyed watching that.
That was really good.
Yeah, I think Lynne and Caroline were in that as well.
I think
Yeah.
Wasn't that part of Lynn's theatre group or something? Like, I seem to recall it being a different theatre group.
I don't remember, in all honesty.
Yeah, it was. I can't remember what... She has her own company, doesn't she? I can't remember what it's called.
There was only one part where I struggled with my lines, was where it was referred to as the spider scene. It was just quite repetitive, and I just get confused with what line goes where.
Oh yeah, most of the script felt really repetitive though. Like it's a decent script.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of the lines are repetitive and they don't need to be.
No,
and it
true.
gets really confusing.
Yeah.
So I can see why you've tripped over
Yeah.
some of them.
Yeah. I think a couple of others said similar things, actually, that was quite repetitive, and I couldn't remember.
Which one's which?
Yeah. I remember some of the girls saying.
Like, even some of the questions that my character had are very, very similar questions. Who decided to give us all this? And why are you giving us all this? Like,
Yeah.
those two questions, I ended up swapping them around and it really confused Linda.
Yeah, so those kind of things are particularly... Like, I remember with Tom's... What's it called? Dream Academy.
Oh, yeah.
That there was this one particular scene in that was just like... It was just kind of the same lines over and over again, worded differently. And that was like the most difficult scene
I think
ever in terms of learning lines.
some scripts are written in a way which are quite easy to learn, where others not so easy. They're quite wordy or quite repetitive, and it makes it a bit difficult at times.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of want the lines to flow in a kind of logical, you want to be able to follow the thought,
Yeah.
the train of thought of the character, because that makes it a lot easier to remember, because you kind of know where you're going.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Whereas if it's kind of repetitive, you kind of just end up learning it as like, okay, that's the first time I say that, and that's the second time, and that's the third time.
Yeah.
And it could
that kind of thing.
I think it could affect your how you play the character as well. Like if you're thinking about the line too much, it can
true. Yeah,
show.
it's a good point.
And I think it also makes it difficult to keep track in your head, like where you are in the play. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, if you're able to follow the train of thought of the character, then it puts you in, you can kind of empathise with the character, you understand where they're coming from. But if they're repeating themselves and you don't really understand why, then it's very difficult to, like, how do you act something that you don't understand the character's thought process, kind of thing. So you end up having to kind of make up your own interpretation of why the character's acting like that, which is not ideal.
Speaking of things that speaking of like lines that kind of roll off easy, I mean, I gotta say this. Do you remember Broken Homecoming, James?
Yes.
I remember I was watching that the other day, even the bloopers, and I realised how I didn't actually learn my lines. I didn't learn my lines prior to that, so we're pretty much filming without me knowing the lines. But yeah, the lines rolled easily, like it was natural, so it was easier to pick up. But this script for Ladies Down Under just felt like it was difficult. And I ended up having to try and get random people around me to just go through the lines with me. Like, learn it as if it's just like learn bullet points almost. Like, each line is its own bullet point, and you have to learn that exact order.
Yeah, which, I mean, Rob's right, it's like you're focusing on the order of the lines rather than on the thought process of the character, kind of thing.
Yeah, I was a bit like that with the spider scene, to be fair, in the end. I was looking at it more like that rather than, like you said, the thought process of the character. So I was supposed to run after the character Shelley with the spider in my hand. Well, supposedly in my hand. And she then runs off scared in the other direction. Trying to remember what I was supposed to say, because it was repetitive a little bit. I didn't always remember to run after her. So I seen her moving and I was thinking, where are you going? And then realising, oh crap, I'm supposed to run after you.
That's why they say Waiting for Godot's like such a difficult play to do, because, you know, if you read the script of that, it's, you know, it's kind of the point of it is that it's very repetitive. Yeah. But it makes it like incredibly difficult to memorise, because it's just like the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Great play, though.
Yeah, I mean, that was the only bit I struggled with. I mean, the other bits weren't too bad, in all fairness. But yeah, it was a pretty decent play. Like I say, we had good audiences and seemed very well received.
Yeah. Were they full houses or almost full houses?
Almost.
Yeah,
I think.
very almost, yeah.
I think we had 70 one night, 60 another, and almost 70 again on the third, I think.
Yeah.
That's good.
We had 90 chairs out, I think, didn't we? We didn't have any extra rows, did we?
No, there's just the chairs that come out, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
There's only 90 of them there, saying that.
Yeah, 90 odd chairs,
What's the capacity?
Max capacity.
Yeah. Like 100
Well, we
something?
couldn't have...
I think 120 sitting. No, 130 sitting, 150 standing.
Oh, like on the concert nights.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
So we couldn't have much of extra rows anyway, because Peter and Karen were in a bit in front of the stage, weren't they?
Oh, yeah.
On the floor.
I suppose max capacity actually does, even like standing, even depends on the production.
Yes. Yeah, because with the pantos...
Yeah, I know for
sometimes.
like a couple of pantos we've had 130 seated, and that's like really kind of crammed.
It is, yeah.
Crammed in, so...
Yeah, doing 130 seats out, it's a bit difficult. I remember sometime it was cramped like that, and I think it was either you or Jacob, James, that had to kind of like shuffle past people in the front.
I remember a panto having to do that myself.
I don't remember which one, but yeah.
The front row was quite close when I was playing Stromboli in Pinocchio. I remember there weren't that far, there wasn't much of a gap there, was there?
And insert a picture of Stromboli smooth here.
Again.
I have to bring that up.
Seen it in previous episodes.
Great, thanks, yeah, lovely.
It's great. It's almost as funny as the...
Enjoy.
The one with the dummy, where you got the dummy in your mouth.
Oh, no.
No.
As we stated on a previous episode, he's refused to give us permission to show that picture.
There's no permission for that one, ever.
But I'm
so
sure...
here's a picture I made, drawing of it.
What?
It's an artist's impression.
But I'm sure we've shown that picture anyway before in an episode.
No,
can't
we
remember.
haven't. We
Oh.
edited the pictures so it's like it resembles Steve, but you can't see any details at all.
Oh, okay.
And with like it was James' idea actually. I think I think James edited it actually. Put like a parental advisance logo at the top of it, scribbling all over it. And
I think I put redacted.
Redacted.
yeah. Well, we'll show you that here
God,
just for context then.
I just realised when we did Pinocchio, that's coming up on 5 years ago. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
How time flies.
Yeah.
It does. It does. Like, I can't remember. What do you mean I can't remember? I can't believe that it's, like September next month already. I think not just the summer, but the whole year has just flown by.
Not just next month, Rob.
Yeah.
Friday will be the first.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's 28th now, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
It's just gone so quick.
It has.
Bloody hell, don't remind me about September. I'll be 25.
And?
And
No, there's a story to this now. I went up into the office in the Ucheldre. Jan and Mike were there in the office, and they mentioned that they're doing it. That we're going to find out which script we're doing on the 12th for the future panto. And I said, "Oh, that's my birthday." And either Jan or Mike said, no, I think it was Jan who said, "You'll be quarter of a decade." And there's me thinking, well, now I feel so old.
Quarter of a century, you mean?
Oh, century, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Quarter of a decade
is
is
2.5.
Yeah, no, you know what I meant, sorry. Quarter of a century. You'll be quarter of a century. I'm just thinking, no, I feel older now. Do any of you two have any future plans?
Or future productions you're going to do?
Now's your time, James. James's shameful plugs.
I've actually spent most of the weekend writing bits of music for Winter's Tale
Oh.
that I'm doing, because we're coming up to the deadline. I had to hand some stuff over to some people.
Well, yes, winter will be here before we know it, James.
Winter is coming.
Spent most of the weekend doing that, but I've got the first rehearsal. I'm going over for the first rehearsal, which is on Wednesday.
You're not doing a panto at Christmas, James, with your group?
No, I don't think so. Not this year.
Fair enough.
And just around the corner is winter time. The snowmen come out to play.
Probably do a radio one, hopefully, but I'm mostly just doing music stuff at the moment, really. I haven't done much theatre recently. So, but yeah, Winter's Tale will be nice. I'm looking forward to that.
When's that on?
October something. Mid-October, I think.
So wouldn't that be the autumn tale then?
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, the play doesn't have really anything to do with winter. So
yeah.
It's just like...
So we've introduced a new, I don't know what you want to call it, like a Q&A area where you guys can post any questions that you may have, and we'll answer them on an episode. So we've had one question from Rebecca. She is a part of the acting group that we're all a part of. And she, in fact, actually came up with this idea. So thank you for the idea. So the question is, if there is a panto, what ideally would you like it to be? And what would your role be in it if you had the choice?
And the question is for all of us.
Yeah.
I know what I'd want to do.
Go on then, since you know.
I mean, Cinderella, in Cinderella, I would love to just be Buttons. Yeah, love to be that kind of doofus kind of character. That, it's just like full of jokes and entertaining for children and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's just something about that always was intriguing to me about doing pantos. I
must agree, yeah. I wouldn't mind that kind of role either.
I still have a hankering for playing a baddie because I haven't really done that. And I played one in what's it called, Jack and the Beanstalk, but that was on the radio. But that was really fun. So I don't know. I think I've done most of the big pantos in some form or other now. So probably one of the slightly more weird, obscure ones maybe will be fun. Yeah, Rob.
Well, I haven't got like a panto in mind, and in particular, anything in particular. Just, I mean, I think, if I remember right, you guys probably have done something that you've written yourself. So I think it'd be nice to do more stuff that we write ourselves instead of doing the traditional stuff all the time. Just to change things up. And I'd really like to play more like villain roles. I find them quite fun to play.
I could see you as a panto villain.
Yeah.
Or Rumpelstiltskin.
So yeah, that's the kind of thing that I'd like.
It's funny that you should mention pantos, writing pantos and whatnot, and non-traditional pantos, James, as well. I've been toying with the idea of writing either Shrek the Panto, or Harry Potter the Panto, or Lord of the Rings the Panto.
Oh, that's good.
I've been toying with those ideas.
Okay.
That's good.
Lord of the Rings sounds
Interesting
fun.
idea,
Yeah, I'm
actually.
just imagining the Eye of Sauron as a panto villain.
I'm just picturing someone like just standing on stage like a panto tree, but with an eye on the head, with a cardboard eye.
Who would be the dame in?
What's a female? What's a female word? Female name alternative to Sam? Sam, actually, it's Sammy. Female.
Yeah, Sammy.
Yeah, Sammy. Sammy Gamgee.
You're really gonna have a
Oh,
character.
Mr. Frodo! Oh, Mr. Frodo, let me carry you up the mountain.
You're really gonna have a character with the surname Ganji.
Well, Samwise Gamgee. That's
Yeah, I know, but just the way you said it. But no, I do agree with you. I mean, I played a villain in the last panto I was in, and that was fun. I would say. So yeah, it'd be nice to play a villain again because that was a lot of fun.
And not a villain who's actually good, but it looked like a villain. Layered. Ogres have layers.
I'm not an ogre. What?
No, I was mainly referring to Ugly Duckling.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one you told us about. That you confused about or something about bad guy not actually being a bad guy and then good guy or something.
It's also the show that we repeatedly say in this podcast. None of us can remember.
Oh, I see. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. I couldn't remember that you said that.
Like, as much as we try and remember, we honestly can't.
I only remember that I played PC Policeman. That's about it. Very original name, I know.
What did you play PC Pincher in? Because remember that being a character as well.
Oh,
Was that a murder mystery, was it?
no, actually, it might have been PC Pincher in that one, PC Policeman in Pinocchio. I might got it the wrong way around.
And now it's time for the quiz. I have 10 questions. They do have multiple choice, but this time I'm not going to give any choices. And some of them are fill in the blanks rather than actual questions. So we'll see how you do on this one. So, question 1. Once an actor is cast in a role, he or she needs a something in order to learn the character's lines. Got that?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. If you something your voice, everyone in the room will be able to hear you. Question 3. When actors work without a script, they what they say and do.
I'm ready.
Yep, ready.
Question 4. If a scene takes place in a restaurant, the actors might eaten rather than using actual plates, silverware, and food. Question 5. Any something an actor makes, such as waving or wiping away tears, can convey an emotion. Question 6. Tongue twisters and other vocal exercises can help you speak more clearly by improving your something skills.
It's times like this where I can't actually spell, so I ask Google to spell the word out for me, and I can't do that.
Well, the spelling's not important. You can.
Oh yeah, because you won't see my spelling anyway, but still.
Yeah. So next one is to keep your face and the front of your body visible to the audience is to something. Next one, I think this is question 9, I think. 10.
I've got 8.
Oh, you got
Nice
8.
one.
Okay,
8,
so on question 8. So question 8, the intended point of interest on stage is the something.
Say that again, sorry.
The intended point of interest on stage is the something.
I'm ready for the actual question 9 this time.
Okay. Thoughts and actions of a character that are not directly stated are something. Okay. Ready for the next one? Well, they're not using this, so. Okay. So, next one is auditioning with a script that you haven't previously read is called something. Everyone ready for the answers?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So the answer to first question, once an actor is cast in a role, he or she needs a script in order to learn the character's lines.
I mean, that was a very basic one.
Basic one to start off with, yeah. The answer to question 2 was, if you project your voice, everyone in the room will be able to hear you.
Yep.
Okay.
Answer number 3 is, when actors work without a script, they improvise what they say and do.
I put ad lib.
That's the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's the same thing, but whether Rob wants to take that as an answer or not, that's the thing.
Yeah, same thing. Same thing. So I'll accept that.
There we go then.
Answer to number 4 is, if a scene takes place in a restaurant, the actors might pantomime eating rather than using actual plates, silverware, and food.
Pantomime eating.
Yeah, we call it mime.
Call it mime, yeah.
In the Americans don't have pantomime as a genre, so they call it pantomime, but just pantomime.
Yeah.
I'm just.
I mean, I literally
reading
put
what's
pretend.
That's right.
I literally put pretend to eat. So
Yeah.
that's this. Is that the same thing or not, Rob?
Pretend. I mean, that's essentially what mime means. So, pretending to do something. So, yeah, I'll give you that one as well because I gave the other one to Steve, so it's only fair. So the next answer: any gesture an actor makes, such as waving or wiping away tears, can convey an emotion. The answer to the next one is tongue twisters and other vocal exercises can now help you speak more clearly by improving your articulation skills.
Ah. Okay.
I put diction.
I put vocabulary.
It's the same thing.
I put vocabulary, which isn't really the same thing, so... You got that one,
Yeah.
Steve?
No.
I think I'll give it to James. But yeah, vocab sort of, but not really.
Next.
Next, okay. To keep your face and the front of your body visible to the audience is to open.
I put cheat.
Cheat.
Yeah, you cheat your front. That's the.
I mean, I kind of guessed open only because I've heard of a term closed when you're not looking at the audience. Like you close off from the audience, kind of. Never really heard the term open being used.
No, I've not really heard that. I don't know if it's might be an American.
Like, in fact, I didn't even know there was a term for it, for looking towards the audience.
There we go. We do know.
Yeah, to cheat your front is the. Well, that's what I've heard anyway.
Question 8.
Yep.
The intended point of interest on stage is the focus.
This definitely is American because I've never heard that term being used as well.
No. Again, random thing that I click on.
I put focal point, which is...
I mean, that'll be
Yeah.
pretty... I'd say that's... I mean, it's not my choice, it's Rob's.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, Rob? Focal point?
Okay, I'll give focal point 1.
Thank you.
I mean, it's kind of difficult because, you know, as you guys said, I haven't heard of, you know, a couple of these phrases. So,
Question 9.
okay. Thoughts and actions of a character that are not directly stated are subtext. I'm ready for the last one. Auditioning with a script that you haven't previously read is called a cold reading.
Oh yeah.
I put a reading.
Yeah, I just put reading as well.
But a reading, though. I added the A to
Yeah, I
front
know,
of it.
yeah.
Do we get the point for reading, Rob? Help us out here.
I put blind audition, which
I put audition for the first thing, and I was like, nah, that's not right.
No, because I don't know what it means, to be honest.
Help us defeat the dictator that is James.
blind audition is what they call it on The Voice.
Yeah, I suppose.
Well, that's to do with singing, though, isn't it?
But I'm sure I've heard that term used elsewhere as well, so...
But yeah, you're right. Cold reading is the phrase, I think.
So,
Should me and Steve do half a point since we've got half the answer?
no. Because, I mean, I don't know what it means.
Yeah.
It just...
Let me just...
Apologise, can't give you that one.
Can I have cheat your front? Because that is the phrase.
That is the phrase that we use, is it?
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. I hadn't even heard of that or the other one that was in this one.
Wait, he's using Google to cheat. He's using Google to get more points on us.
Yeah.
How dare he, that dictator.
How much points did you get, James?
9.
Oh, yeah.
Damien?
Using Google. I got 5.
I got 7.
Which means...
Which means Damien is today's big loser.
Again... It's a quiz question. It's just going to be me, Rob, me, Rob, me, Rob.
It is. Yeah. It is. Well, I mean, especially last week's one. Like, it was so silly.
No, I've already had ideas of what type of quizzes to do, so it won't be those silly ones again.
Okay.
And hopefully it'll be more fair to everyone.
Ta-ra! That noise means we've sadly come to the end of another episode. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.
This podcast is also available on a number of other streaming platforms. Why not check us out on Castbox?
Don't forget to check the description for our other channels and websites. On that note, it's a exit pursued by a bear from me.
It's a goodbye from me.
Basic.
And to quote the character Danny that I played in Ladies Down Under, it's a Go for your life from me.
Very good. Very good. Not bad. But like James, I can't think of anything to say either. So I guess it's just a goodbye from me too. Hope you enjoyed as always. And thank you for watching and goodbye.
Hey, Damian here. I'm doing the editing for this episode and I suddenly realised we do not have an outro song. So I've chosen a song from the play that we all forgot. And the song's called If You're a Goblin from Ugly Duckling, sung by me in a weird voice that I really did struggle to sing in. I hope you enjoy.
Oh, boys and girls, you do look awfully scared. Oh, please. You look like you want to run, but you'd probably freeze. But this act of mine serves only as a tease. My dearest friends, let me put you at your ease. With a brief disposition like mine, there aren't many ways to pass the time. Can I be a doctor? No. A lawyer? No. Perhaps a midwife? Not on your life. Or a door-to-door salesman? Selling rose-scented perfumes, new toasters and aprons and other bits and bobs. Well, that would make me one lucky goblin. There isn't much you can be. I need to put food on the plate, and I think that you'll agree needs must. You're a goblin. People run away in fear when you are walking down the street. I'm only going to cash this check, madam. Please don't be scared if you're a goblin. There's no chance I'll let you in to a higher education. It's not much fun if you're a goblin. There's only one job you can do, and that's to scare little children just like you. And a monster under your bed, and a voice inside your head telling you you can play with fireworks indoors if you want to. I'm a goblin, and mischief is my game. Just an innocent goblin, and naughty's my middle name. So leave a message after the tone. Under this bridge is where I call home. And it doesn't bode well for the future. Pray tell, where can I go from here? Could I travel the world? Could I win lots of girls? Play guitar in a band and be known throughout the land? No. Little goblins, when they go off to school, they are treated badly. Even when they follow the rules, let me tell you, these goblins, they grow up pretty sad when they tell you no future. It makes us kinda mad. When it's alright for werewolves, at least they're normal most of the time. And these vampires have got it easy now, they're trendy. Where do I sign? Is there a role for me in a Twilight movie? I don't think so, instead I'm in a panto. At least if you're a ghost, you can go unnoticed if you want to. And at least numbers have values to go back to at the end of the day. Nice big pyramid, by the way. But I'm a goblin, and there's only one among my many other talents. But until that day, I'll keep on scaring children.